Okay, today we're going to talk about how to create a monoprint. Now, one of the first things that you're going to need to do is you're going to get a piece of acetate, okay, and you're going to tape it down to the table. All right, and you don't only need just a little bit. You just don't want your acetate to actually move around. Okay, so now that we see that that's there, I'm going to put the camera down. All right. Okay, so we're going to be talking about monoprinting. Monoprinting is the idea that it's a mono meaning one, print, okay? What you do, it's a unique one-time shot deal where you create this image on a different surface and you print it or you transfer it onto something else. Now, what we're going to be using is we're going to be using ink, okay? Water-soluble ink, which is really neat. This actually is kind of cool because it works a little bit with water, all right? So, I need some water. And I'll show you in a minute how that works. Now, you can, if you want, take a bench hook, okay? It's one of these, and hook it to the side of your table and add on paint when you need it here. Or for, honestly, what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be applying it straight to there. Now, this paint tends to be a little bit on the thick side, okay? It's really thick and gloppy, and sometimes it comes out clear, all right? That means it just needs to be worked around. Okay, so I'm going to show you how we go about doing this. So I'm going to add a little bit there, and I'm going to, oops, wrong cap, there we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a little bit of color here and there. That's there too. Okay. All right. So another tool that you are definitely be able to use is a brayer. Okay. This brayer, all it does is it goes back and forth, and it really mixes things and moves things around. So I'm gonna move this around. Now you don't have to use this. This I find just a real quick put down. Okay. All right. Take that and put that on the side. Some other things you can do is you can take a paintbrush, all right? You can move things around. Now, I have some water here, all right? And you can move it in. Now, I have blue in this, which is cool. And I can move this around and paint in different spots. Okay, so I'm going to move this. Say I want a couple of swirls in here. Okay. You can also do sgraffito. Okay, that's where you scratch into it. Okay, so let's say I want to scratch into this a little bit. Obviously that wouldn't work there because it's got some water in it. Okay. Now, with the monoprinting, we're going to be using stencils, okay? Now, stencils can be used either on the surface when you're doing the monoprinting, or you can do it, another time over it. Now, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be actually making this look like it's more of a landscape, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to go straight over this, okay? And I want to block this out. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put a little bit of paint on this. Because I kind of want a little bit of this. Now when you use this, you really don't want to use a lot. Just a little will go really a long way. Okay, so I'm going to do that, and I kind of want to block out this area because I want a moon to happen there. So you know what? I'm gonna cut out a moon. So I'm going to take a piece of, just middle paper, cut out a circle. Now what I'm doing is I'm masking, okay? Masking is just covering over, so I'm going to put that there. Okay. Once you're all done, say, okay, this is what I've got going on. This is what I want to do. I actually have some blue. I could add some blue in. Be some really neat colors in. Okay. All right. When you're all finished, you're going to take your paper, okay, and we're going to just lean it straight over. Definitely can see everything there. Perfect. You're going to press it down. Now, it may come through a little bit, but it's okay. It's just that you're pressing really hard. You want to press in every spot, right? All the way through. Now, you can put as many layers of color on here, you know. And as I said, you don't need a lot, it's just a little bit. All I did was I kind of put a little bit, or you can just, you know, pull straight from the tube. Okay, we're going to peek and see how well that print's coming up. I'm going to see if I can print a little bit more. Okay, I'm going to pull it up. Whoa! It's pretty cool, okay? Now, it may not look like much right now, but you can continuously add more to this. So let's say I'm going to go through and, you know what? Let's see if I pull this up, okay? And I want to put some, I don't know, let's get some blue on, okay? I'll put some blue into the sky. Move my this over, okay? It's really thick. Go over. Now, if I want to, I probably could add another layer to this. Let's go like that. All right, add here, and you can rehydrate some of this area. So let's say I really took some, you know, water and I put it right in here. Now this is a lot of blue because I've got lots of blue going on. All right, so I'm going to put this down. Okay, yeah, it gets this more wet. See what that does. Okay, all right, right there. Okay. I'll take this and place this over it. Okay. There we go. Press it down one more time. Now, with printmaking, you can, and there have been times with different kinds of tools that you can keep layering. It's called reductive. It's when you actually, you know, carve away and print. But this one, we're just kind of layering it on. Okay. Oh, let's see, what does this look like when we bring it up? Oh, that's starting to look pretty cool. Okay. Now we're starting to really get something, okay? Now you could probably go in, and we could probably scrape a little bit into here. You could actually do some stuff right onto that, which is really cool. Okay, so for now, you know, this is great. I know it doesn't look like much, but you can definitely do a lot of things. You can mask stuff. So if, let's say I wanted to take this off, okay, and I want to put a whole bunch of different things in, you can. You could also take this as a stamp, okay. Let me move this off. By the way, this is water soluble. You can take this and wash it off with hot water, okay? Because we need to reuse this. It's, you know, it's just acetate. This is the kind of stuff that we used to use a long time ago when we had overhead projectors. And you definitely could do all different kinds of things with this. But we're going to take that and put that to the side, okay? Now, if you have a stencil, all right? Now this is instead of masking. Let me. Let's actually take this and let's see if I can. Press this down. And not much there. I wonder what happens if we take this and we press it into it. Press the house into it. Pretty cool. Okay, so we can definitely press into it. Okay, so that is monoprinting. What it is just creating a one-time stop deal in order to create a beautiful start to a mixed media project. Okay, definitely do more and more. Now, as I said, we're going to be working with stencils. Okay, so I'm going to move that over. I'm going to show you how stencils can kind of be applied. Now, I did this one before, and obviously this is a really good print. Okay, stencils can be, you know, done in one or two ways. You could create, you know, a more solid shade, okay, where you have the whole thing like this, or you could have a cutout. Okay, so what in this case, you could apply the ink outwards, or you could play it on the inside, okay? Now, let's show you what we can do with this. All right, so what I'm gonna have done is I wanna mask this area, okay? And other supplies that you can actually use are makeup sponges, okay? So what I would do is I would take Actually, you know what? I want to add, let's add some white to this. Okay. There you go. Just trying to find a spot to put some ink down. Okay. Put some ink right there. And liquefy it. So when you're using ink, okay, and if we want to mask something, we want to make it really liquidy. All right. Take our sponge. Oops. Covered over sponge. Okay. And all it is really white, and you can add it around. Okay. And I can blend this outwards. Okay. And you're like, well, that doesn't look like much. Well, just gotta wait until we pull it up. Okay, let me put that there. As you can tell, I'm holding on to the stencil that I'm creating. Okay, I don't want to move it because unless that's what you want. Okay, so let's take that, and when you pull it off, ooh, it kind of creates like this, you know, beautiful space. Now you can also do it the other way too, where you have it on the inside. Okay, so let's say I wanted to do, I don't know, right here. Let's say I want to do a little heart. Okay, so I found my scissors are. There they are. Cut out a little piece right here. All right, so on this house, go. So I created a little cutout. Very pretty. Put that there. Okay, and I'm going to do the opposite way. Instead of putting it on the outside, okay, masking the area, I want to put it on the inside. So I'm going to grab a little bit of red. I'm going to grab my my sponge. Okay, and you don't have to use a sponge. You can definitely use a paintbrush if you want to paint into it. I just find the sponge is kind of quick and easy to work with. Okay. Dab that in. I'm going to go right in here, fill that space in. Okay. And when you're done, pull that out. Okay. Pretty cool, right? So this is a monoprint using with stencils. So when you're done with all of this, it's very easy to, you know, clean up. All you need is a hot sponge, and you should be able to wipe everything down. Okay. Now the sponges, yes, they're going to start getting a little stained, but if you wash them out, we should be able to use them multiple times. Okay. So this is monoprinting. It is a, you know, one type deal where you are creating an image by kind of like building it up. Okay, now you will be doing a mixed media project, so this will pretty much be the base of your project. Or it could be part of your project, like you might want to cut out different pieces and use different things on here. Okay, now this is pretty neat because I could actually take, like, I don't know, like things and add it to the side here and make it look maybe like there's a tree over here, like all different things and add different stuff all around it. Okay, so that's monoprinting.